Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the In Love Show where all things are love and all things are conversation. I am your host, Nicole Rochelaine. There's no one else with that name but me. I'm so glad you guys can join me this Tuesday evening. Monday is done with, which means we're one day closer to Wednesday. And I'm excited about our very special guest today. I have up and coming artist LaPat. He is from New Orleans, but he has moved right here to the H Town and been here since Hurricane Katrina. So help me welcome to the show, LaPat.
What's the deal?
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, hey! How's it
How y'all
going?
doing?
How's it
I'm
going?
chilling. I'm chilling.
You chilling? You chilling? It sounds like you just sitting in the studio. Are
Yeah,
you
I'm in the
in the
studio right
studio?
now. I'm in the studio right now.
Perfect. Well, I hope you're working on that album, but we're not going to talk about that just yet. Well, LaPat, I'm so glad to sit down with you because when I heard your song, I first heard it from TikTok.
Yeah.
Even though students are supposed to come to school to learn, they actually come to school to
And
TikTok, and that is how that is how
oh man.
I learned of your song. And I'm so ashamed to say that I did my best to try to learn that challenge, but the way I'm set up in those moves, I just could not get it.
That's me too. I'm not a real good little TikTok dancer. I'm glad it's my song and not my dance. You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. But it's amazing. It's like today you once you make it to TikTok and that make it to that dance challenge, it's like everyone will know your name. And I'm so glad that everyone does know your
Yes.
name.
Thank you. Thank you.
6.5 million views on YouTube. Like
No, I'm at 12 million now.
you're 12 million now. Oh my
12
God.
million on YouTube. We going up.
You going up. Well, only way to
Yeah.
go is up. Well,
Facts.
that's awesome. Well, so let's start. You're from New Orleans originally, and you were replaced here in Houston after Hurricane Katrina. Now, was
Yes.
that transition difficult for you?
Yes, because I had never really been outside of my hometown at that time, and Houston was so big. Like, and then I was 11, so it was like
Oh, wow.
grand. And then the way we did things and the way we do things out here was just like so different. Like trail rides, and I'm used to second lines. You know what I mean? So
Now,
yeah, it was.
it was definitely a culture change, big time. And
Yeah.
I definitely relate to you because I am from the Midwest. I'm from Chicago originally.
Okay.
And so coming down here, and I'm like, a trail ride. What is boudin? Like I didn't understand what that was and why you were eating rice with some chili. Like I did not get it,
Oh, why
not
they putting
whatsoever.
sugar in their grits? Like I just didn't get it.
Well, you know what? We do that back home. We definitely put
Oh
sugar in our
man.
grits. Yes, but I'm not a grits eater. I'm an extra person. So that is just not my judge. Now there's something I want to talk to you about. And I know that you are open to talking about this. Is coming to Houston at the age of 11, but finding yourself with an 8-year prison sentence at
Yeah.
16. My goodness, I just can't imagine. Well, actually, I can't imagine. I have some personal history with that myself, not with me, but with a very, very
Yeah.
close family member. And so it is a very difficult thing. So, how did you go into the system and come out and still keep a positive attitude?
Um, well, during my incarceration, I chose to go towards more education than living a day to day prison life. Like I chose my time to be more of an education experience. I'm like, well, I didn't go to school when I was home, and the only way I can get out this dorm is if I go to school, and that's where I found like things like college and getting my trades, and it kept me busy while I'm focusing on planning for my dream, which is music. And it just was, it was hard because I went in at such a young age. I never got to see home. I transferred over into the adult system, and but the whole time I kept my head on tight. Like I always said, like they can trap my body, but they couldn't trap my mind. And
Mm.
I stayed focused and I stayed positive, and I just focused on me. Like I made sure I knew what I wanted to be and where I wanted to be when I got home. And of course, from 16 to 22, it was not the same at all. But I'm glad I figured it out.
I'm glad you did too, because a lot of people go in and they call it a rehabilitation center, and a lot of people don't experience that. So I can't even imagine how you started off in the juvenile system, and once you aged out, typically you would think that they would say, okay, time served, and that would be enough. But
They
there's a
told me
lot.
I wasn't a recidivist yet.
Oh,
So
hmm.
it was weird because I'm like, well, I've been here since I was 16. Now I'm 19, and you telling me I'm still not ready for the world? Like, and even during my time in juvenile, I went to school. I got trades. You know what I mean? Like, I took positive leadership. So it just was like crazy, but it was more so the nature of my case that kept me locked up and kept me with restrictions, even when
So
I came home.
So do you find that because that you were attached, your identity was attached to what you had done in the past, it carried on into your future? And how did that make you feel if you do feel that that was the case?
Um, it was more so of my character. It was more so of they wasn't seeing how my mind was growing. They was expecting to get what they always get when when kids come to court, and it was more so of the power I had as a kid. And I was a bad leader. I was a leader, but I just was a bad one. And like my lawyer told me, like, swear that you just a kid with too much power. And I was like, that makes no sense. Like, I don't know what kind of pull y'all think I got, but it wasn't even just the pull. It's just the way I can I can sway my peers. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I felt like I was channeling it to positivity, but they just didn't see it in the way they wanted to see it. They wanted me to be this old model leader, but I was more so on the real talk, like, say, bro, look, when you go home, these the type of things they giving us. You can go to the workforce. Hey, did you read about this? Hey, that's fire. Look, you don't even have to go back to school. We can get our GED, so we don't have to worry about going. You know what I'm saying? It was more like
Right.
that, but I didn't want to be their puppet, and that was a problem.
Mm. And in this case, the good did not outweigh the bad.
No, not at all. I would love to go back to my juvenile placement and speak and show them that, hey, there is a way out. Like that, if you put your mind to what you put your mind to, then you'll get that result. You know what I mean? I always tell people the criminal activity, we didn't just wake up and was just great at it. Like we practiced and we studied how to do it. If you do that with a better dream, you'll have the same outcome. When you put time and effort and practice into it, it becomes great and you become great at it.
That's true. And a lot of people don't realize that, but it's so disheartening and disappointing that our system continues to look at these biased opinions, and they put us in these cages, but they're
Yeah.
not looking at the work. They're not there. They're guards, they're, disciplinarians that are around you, but they're not there to actually physically see with their own eyes. And so they're just basing it off of their own opinion. And it's horrible.
Facts.
It's horrible. It's horrible. But I'm so glad that you kept a positive mindset. And it's all about that. You made a conscious decision to say, you know what? Nope. This was my big eye opener for me. And I'm going to take this negative, turn it into a positive, and look at you now. So I'm sorry. I'm a mom and everything. So I'm just like, oh, I'm so proud of
Thank you so much.
you. Always, always, always. Now, let's put that in the past. Now that you have learned this valuable lesson, and I hope that you are able to continue to share your story, and I hope they let you back in to help those individuals who still have that mindset and think
Right.
they're going to get out and do the same thing, or is not willing to change. Um, so I hope that you can continue to do that and make an impact. So beating those odds, you came out with the song Rodeo originally in 2022. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so just with that original version, now for fast forwarding to 2023, you have a remix version. Listen, that young lady on there, I must say I had to read the words because I was like, wait a minute now.
Yeah, she
I
definitely did her thing. She definitely
She
did her
did
thing.
her thing, and it's Flo Millie. Is that how you say it,
Yes.
right? Yes,
Flo
yes,
Millie,
yes.
yes.
Flo Millie. Well, she did her thing. She did her thing, and the lyrics on there. But I want to know, you sampled the song "Pony" that we all know from Genuine. Why did you
Yes.
choose that song?
Actually, a friend of mine challenged me to do that song because I was always, showing him I can like remake songs. He was like, I got a legend, this song right here. And honestly, at first it was kind of hard for me. Like I never finished it while I was locked up. And when I got home, I was humming it on live, and somebody was like, you should finish that. I was like, all right, let me go ahead and go back into the drawing board because I have been trying to put certain singles in it wasn't hitting for me just yet. You know what I
Right.
mean? So after I heard it, after I recorded it, which it didn't have a feature at all at first, I was just, yeah, this it. Yeah,
Well, it is it. And when I
Thank you.
I'm not gonna say it just in case my some children are watching, but I will I will say when I heard the song, at my age, we hear those classics and we're like, oh yeah. And so when I
Yeah.
heard that, and it was kind of slowed down a little bit, so I feel like was that your Houston vibe that you put on there, how you
Facts.
slowed that down a little bit?
Yes, yes.
Uh,
Sometimes I like to slow it down and put like some croon to it. So I
yeah.
definitely be in my chopped and screw Big Mo phase at times. You know what I mean? For sure.
Well, you did your thing. Now, when it came to the lyrics, how long did it take you to put together? It's like the perfect recipe. You got the music, and now you put these words to it. So, how long did it take you to mix it all together and come up with this great product?
So I wrote the chorus and like the beginning of the first verse while I was locked up. I didn't finish it. I sent a sample video of me singing that part to a producer. He sent me the beat back, and I promise you, I knocked it out the same day. Like
Oh,
I was like, oh, that's fire. Like when that beat gravitate and grab me like that, I'm sucked in. I'm a literature person. Like I was always big on like writing and poetry. So them words just get the flowing, especially when I'm in that vibe and I already got my topic. I'm ready. Like I'm ready.
so you sticking to the subject.
Yeah, I definitely
I
like to be
love
on
that. I
topic.
love that. I love that. Now I told you I was the educator. I'm actually an English teacher,
That
but
was
I'm a
my favorite
communication
subject. I
major.
promise. I
That's
swear to God.
great. That is great. Well, that's
English
what you have to
writing.
do. Yes, yes,
That was
yes.
that was my thing.
And the creativity behind it, it was
Yeah.
genius. Now, when you decided to add a feature on Flo Millie, how did you choose her and how did you know that she was the right fit?
So on the original, I had Big Jade, and I feel like she's like super dope. But I feel like on there she gave dominant female, and I like that. Like I'm from the South. We don't. I meet some real tough chicks. You know what I mean? So when me and my A&R was talking about it, he was asking me what I like, and I was like, I don't know what I like. I don't listen to a lot of female rappers, and he
Right.
had gave me like some options, and to me, Flo Milli gave great feminine energy, like not on no submissive, but like she can be that woman. You know what I mean? So I was like, yeah,
Right.
she got a nice
Well,
nice soothing voice. Like I feel like it would have fit perfectly, and it did actually tremendously.
and that's the great thing about a woman. We so diverse. Like we can be very versatile. We have to boss up when we need to boss up, but then also too, if you want to be a little submissive and
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
show you subtly what I can
yeah.
do.
Facts.
I'm gonna talk about it. I could be about it too. So
Yeah.
I love it. I love how she did that. But it's like when with your voice, there's like this rapping, but then there's also this singing. It's just like merged so well
The
together.
gumbo
So
pot.
it I love it. I love it. So
Thank
on
you.
I know you are working in the studio, like you're in the studio right now, and I know you're
Yes.
working on cooking up a new recipe in the kitchen. And so my question to you is, are we going to hear some more of those vocals of yours? And are you going to throw in like maybe a ballad for the lovers,
Um.
or the friends, or the side pieces, or whatever
So
you
so
want to
I do have that slow grind music.
do?
I do have that vocal vibrato music, and I also still have that party turn up like that. Hey, it's a gumbo pot. It's a mixture of it all. Like I swear. But you're always gonna get my vocals. I'm not gonna ever stop singing.
Okay, okay. Well, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear it. And I also know that you're just trying to get into some other things as well. So I hear something about a rodeo. You might be trying to do some rodeo things in Houston. Can you
Yeah.
elaborate on this?
Well, I had linked in with bombshells, and we want to start bringing the bombshells around, bringing the rodeo around to different bombshells, and have it a theme thing, and have somewhere we can sit out and enjoy ourselves, and have that full rodeo experience.
Now, how can you have a rodeo experience at Bombshell? Please enlighten me because I've been
Well,
there. Well, my
well,
son has
during the,
one
during the
year.
time of the rodeo, if you ever go to bombshells around that time, they already be in rodeo theme.
Oh,
And and really what made me like target them is because they targeted me. The bombshell girls are always doing my challenge. They're always tagging me and reposting me and sharing it. So I just want to show my love back to them by bringing rodeo to them.
well, I'm excited to see that. Now, in that, are you going to have like a rodeo dance challenge there? Are you going to give
Yes, we
prizes?
might all get out there.
You gonna have? Are you gonna have some judges? Like who coming? Like who coming?
I'm hoping you coming. I'm
I'm
hoping you'll
sure
be there.
I can come, but I promise you, I won't be in that challenge though. I cannot be in that challenge. They're gonna be like, ma'am, excuse me, sit all the way, not partially down, but all the way down. Just sit,
Yeah,
just sit down. Well, I'm excited about what you're doing. I'm excited that you have such a positive mindset. You know what you want. You've written your goals. You made your plan, and to execute them. So rodeo's coming. Album
yeah.
is gonna come. Can you tell us when possibly it's gonna drop?
I don't have a drop date. I'm still working on it. That's why I'm in here
Give
right
us
now
the
so I can have
PO.
it. Cause I don't want to just give y'all a bunch of songs. I want to give
Right.
y'all some great songs, some inspirational songs, some songs that make you connect with me. I want to connect. I want to have some energy exchange. When I give you my music, I'm giving you my energy, and when you listen, I want you to give me the energy back. So I don't want to just give y'all something. You be like, yeah, that's cool, Pat. Now I want to give you what you be like, yeah, okay, I know exactly who the Pat is.
Well, what I do love about you as well is that you're taking that old school and you're merging it with some of
Yeah,
this new, and it's like a whole type of fusion situation going on. And that's what really, really, really drew me in the most. So I appreciate that. And I hope that I see more of that from you because I can't
definitely,
wait to
definitely.
see what else coming out. Now, this video, I know you have a video that's getting
Yeah,
ready
we
to
we
pop off.
we
When
we trying to we trying to give it sooner than later. Like literally within this month, we trying to really get it out because they've been so patient with me. Like it's been a year. They've been so patient with me, so I'm ready to give it to them. It's amazing. Like it's, I'm telling you, it was worth the wait.
are we gonna see some rodeo action in this video?
Rodeo, we bringing the rodeo everywhere. No matter where I'm at, we bringing the rodeo for
You
sure.
bringing the rodeo everywhere.
Yeah,
Well, I'm so excited to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm gonna post about it once you do put it
thank
out there.
you,
So make
thank
sure you
you.
keep me informed. Let me know what else is happening with you. I would love to keep in touch and stay tuned to see what's happening next with you. Now, before we go, look at I see across the screen, I put your Instagram handle, but also too, why don't you tell them where they can find you and follow you?
You can follow me on all social medias at LaPat. You can see on Instagram, that's my Instagram down there, at underscore LaPat. Definitely connect with me on the gram because that's where I be at. I be there all the time. I go live. I reshare. I ain't bougie. Just don't be tagging me in everything. I swear.
That
But
part.
nah, like I really connect with my fans and my people right there on the gram. So definitely. And I got my link tree. So you have all my other handles. So I make it easy, one stop shop.
One stop shop. Okay. Well, I do have another show coming up, and it's going to be called Men, Money, and Morals. So when you think about men, you as a man, and then you add those morals and money, which one would you put first?
Morals.
Morals. Why?
Because my morals will tell me how I'm gonna act with my money and how I spend my money, how I invest my money, what I'm gonna do with the money. If I have good intentions in my morals, my money will probably be fruitful and multiply. But if my morals are bad, I'll probably be one of those. Then I'm back broke. Now I don't got no morals or no money. You feel me?
But you'll remain that man that you have to
Yeah,
and
definitely.
flourish to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well, great. Listen, I appreciate you sitting down today and taking the time to speak with the In Love Show. I wish you nothing but the best. Did you have
Thank you
any
so much.
last words?
Yeah, I appreciate everyone out there for supporting me and listening and always tapping in with me. Like, it's been the highlight of my career. So just keep going. Don't stop. Don't give up on your dream. No plan B. We only deal with plan A's.
All right. Well, you heard it from LaPat himself. Guys, you can catch this interview on a replay because we are actually streaming live on YouTube as well
Yeah,
and Facebook. So if you didn't catch it live, you can catch it later. Okay.
definitely.
That part, that part. All right, LaPat, thank you so much for joining us. Again, all the best to you.
Thank you, Nicole.
You're welcome.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, you heard it from LaPat. A wonderful interview, wonderful young man. I can't wait to see more from him. And so before we go, I just want to remind you that this Thursday, I do have another show popping off, Beauty Shop Conversations. And again, we are talking about men, money, and morals in that order. So make sure you stay tuned. Don't forget to follow the In Love Show on social media, all platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right, well, that's it for this episode. I want to remind you guys that all things are in love and all things in conversation. I'll see you Thursday. Good night.